Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As I said before, I'll be loading content from time to time so that I can showcase some of my work that I've done in the past. Okay, here we're gonna be watching an event that was hosted by a woman empowerment network. It was a woman empowerment event called Empower Her Brunch. It took place on Saturday the 9th of April this year, 2022. It was an amazing event. I was there, one of the photographers, to document all that happened. A lot of women showed up, about 50 plus or so, and they were empowered. They were socializing and networking, and there was a great number of speakers that empowered all the ladies. So I just want you guys to relive these moments with me and enjoy the pictures and video clips I put together in the highlights that are to follow.
Opportunity for local women to meet in a casual atmosphere, to network and assist each other to grow in business, to share their stories and testimonies as business owners and corporate organizations, to motivate, inspire, encourage, elevate each other as corporate women. And last but not least, they randomly choose inspirational personalities among business owners and corporate women around the country that fit our interests and pose them to boost their confidence and support them and allow them to be inspired and motivated. And that's why we're all seated here today.
They look so stunning. Are you sure they're from the north? Like, yes. Where do they stay? Like, everyone is in their own corner. So we need to have more events like this so that we can come out and network and update each other on what we've been doing. I'm also part of the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, as it was mentioned. And many a times, we have platforms where we invite businesses to come for training. But you only see 5% of the members, NCCI members, that pitch up for training. But when you call the banks to come and explain their new packages for loan, the 95% comes. So we're like, you are the one that's gonna manage that money. And you yourself, if you are not skilled, how are you going to honestly make it? How will you succeed? And there comes the big question that the banks are so bad. They don't want to give us money. I go there with my business plan is declined. I want to get into property development, but it's quite huge, the construction. You need to have quite some intensive capital. Then I realized that no, let me start with the real estate agency. All I need is just marketing materials, put my board there for sale. So there was a time that I got a big project, about 300 houses that I'm supposed to sell. Now I need some serious marketing. And I remember very well, I went to the banking institute that, no, I need a loan or an overdraft just to have all these marketing materials. And the bank was like, but this is so risky. We can't give you this money. I'm like, why? The bank is like, no, we're sorry. And I felt so bad that day. Honestly, I was insulting the banks and everything, you know, in my, not physically, but in my own world. And the So what I'm trying to say is that we should not ignore the trainings, the development for ourselves and our employees, those that we employ. We must always update ourselves, right? So that we can be credible when we apply for the loans at the banks.
I want us to start thinking about emergency funds. So you're saving for a longer period of time and you're saving for rainy days. Especially for salary earners, we need to have it so that we are able to cover our expenses for at least 3 to 6 months. If we are out of a job or if something, an economic crisis comes up. A second one might be pocket saving. All the banks, I think, at this point have got pocket savers. Use your cards when you're spending and then just transfer the rest of your change into your pocket. I want everybody to go back to their statements. You know, just take time and find out, what else am I paying that I'm not using? So you're making somebody else rich, but that is money that could have added into your pocket. Yeah. And the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is investments. Investment is something that we overlook, but we need it. It's not a saving. So it's high time we start investing in real investment tools, such as stock market, buying shares in companies, property, real estate. Just invest a little bit of your money. Yeah. So that was it from my side. If I have to really tell you the path to finance management, and this starts with a great budget, number one. And that is the way. If you change your budget, if you are open and committed to a great transformation path, that is your way to be empowered. And we all want to be financially empowered women. Thank you so much.
Yes, I've been introduced by the previous speaker. I've been in corporate for the past 11 years. And then I believe that I have been in various positions, including being a board member, which is one of the most strategic roles. Because when you have women in top positions, they also make policies that favor women and address our challenges. For example, who knows, maybe one day we can have maternity leave for 6 months, fully paid. Yeah, but for now we can only dream, ladies. I'll now just come to my last point, which is know your God. It's basically your relationship with God. Know the corporate world can be very rewarding as well as training, demanding too many politics and all that. But you know, when you rely on God and have Him guide you, and then pray for guidance, I've seen a lot of women, when you ask them, they say that is where I draw my strength from.
Well, I've been telling the organizers that we need more of these things in the North, and I don't know, I've never attended such an event in the North, and it's such a privilege, and seen very, very, very familiar faces and everything, but it's quite amazing. How many ladies are having smartphones here? I think almost everyone. And then it's so sad when you ask how many of you have a menstrual tracking app on your phone. I love everybody, but we plot every month. You plot every month. Thank you so much. It's a must. I wish you all my patience. I don't. You understand? And the other thing is that you'll find that because we don't know that we only have about 4 or 5 days that you can get pregnant in a month. Only those. You find somebody who, every time they had an unprotected intimacy, they go to the pharmacy for a morning after pill. But you only have those 4 days. And those are the only days you have to concentrate on. So understanding your cycle will help you to know where. So with online consultation, it's you call there's an online number. During the weekends, I usually attend to them myself because the office is closed. I think from Saturday at 1 o'clock and Sunday. And then we talk on the phone. If probably there's a video that I need from you, you send me the video. Basically, we just send you a prescription in a PDF format. And then you go to the pharmacy. Every pharmacy nowadays has a phone with WhatsApp. I don't know, my experience in the North to say, because I have a lot of clients in Windhoek, in Gulfish Bay, wherever countrywide. I haven't really experienced yet a pharmacy without a phone with WhatsApp. It's easier that way, or we can send it to your email, because you don't even need to print it out. You just go to the pharmacy, you send it to their WhatsApp, they print it out for you, and they'll dispense your drugs. As easier as that. Or if there is a pharmacy that delivers, you send it to their family, to them, they deliver your drugs.
So Maker's Food was born through a service that I delivered, not because I wanted to start a business in food, but simply because I did something that I truly, truly loved. And I didn't understand that I could find something that I'm so passionate about and not feel a lacking of some sort. But the insecurities, the imposter syndrome, how long can you do this for? It's going to sustain you. I mean, I think your mother is leaving you alone right now because you're not asking for toiletry money, but still, how long can you do this for? I had such great support. Like I said, my village is of endless people, and this one tells me that you can do it. This one tells me that maybe you should just go back to law school, get your degree, and cook with your law degree.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to bring food that I made to so many people that, they believe that caterers just come and steal your mayonnaise and your leftover sugar. And I insist on giving back this mayonnaise and say, Juliana, your leftover mayonnaise is here. I only use this much. And I'm sorry I asked to buy 2 kilos of sugar, but I only used a kilo, because you didn't buy enough carrots. So here's your sugar. So I wanted to break so many stereotypes in an industry that I started to grow and love and fall in love with. And this is how Maker's Food grows, is that it grows itself in practicality, mostly. I can tell you this, I had the most disastrous day. So when I got told that the bride is on her way, please hurry and put the food in the tent, I am thinking, time as a maker, I've got a record of being on time, because I'm doing my work myself, let's put the food in the tent. And the food is set and ready to go. And that day, Maker's Food took a hit, because this lady literally walked up to me and says, what is so special about you that you serve us for 10 for them? You must come, give you credit. This hula palu of Maker's Food is just fraught food. I will never forget her. She has made me, and that day she broke me. And so I sat there and I walked away and I cried, because big girls don't cry. They cry. So I went ahead and did a little crying thing in the corner behind, and I came back, and I still hated myself that day. The perks of it, apart from the savory rice that went bad. A 28-item menu, you only had rice that went bad. 11 meat types, but out of all of it, 28 items, 1 went bad. So that was a little bit of a pickup. It wasn't a great pickup. I still hated it. And that day again, like I said, Maker's Food took such a hit that almost 5 years later, I still think of that day and I think to myself, every time someone asks me for such a big menu, I insist, get me 2 cool rooms. I'm not playing with you. I am not doing it. I want this cool room set and ready to go. Don't give me a generator. Plug them in. I want them working. Because there's no way such a big menu will be maintained and sustained in this Namibian heat as it is. And then the brand again took another hit. Now they say, oh, that one demands nice things. Oh? That one only likes strawberries from Woolworths. I really do. I even brought some with for your summer salad. You'll have them today. But this brand that I am so in love with deserves only the best. And so I build it up and I put so much in it that I am happy to not have what I really want, but I want whoever experiences Maker's Food to sort of maybe not always have. I don't want you to fall in love with me, please, but do if you want to. But I want to show a bit of my heart with everybody.
After what I love to do, I'm inspired as well. Wow, it was absolutely amazing. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the time to say wow is already now. Next up, guest speaker Helena Ngaifiwa.
And I love to say that I'm a living testimony of so many things. And I always hope that if my story can inspire one person, then I think I have done, I've ticked off a little bit, yeah. I felt pregnant. I was pregnant when I was 19, and I gave birth to my son. And I think every time when I say this, I get emotional. But I'm the one person today, I tell people that I don't advocate for abortion or baby dumping, but I was in that situation and I understand. And I want to share a few highlight moments of my life, because these moments are, and I just say it's by the grace of God, because they're just, I can't explain them. This man came to an event, didn't have asked somebody to ask somebody to ask somebody. The person asked my friend and it came to me. And I became a TV presenter on TBN. There's an opportunity at Radio Energy. And again, these are things that I can't explain why they happen, because it's not like I went there. It's always somebody. Fast forward, arranged for a job at Radio Energy. I remember my first, then John Walenga used to own Radio Energy. I remember my first day on air. I said something wrong. No. I think my second day on air, I said something wrong. This man called me, your boss is calling you on air, your boss is calling you. This man called me and, yeah, you can't say that. And immediately after I spoke to him, I need to hang up and I need to choose, do I cry? Because now you play most of the song. So do I cry? When the song is done, do I play another song and cry? Or do I go on air and continue with my show? And after that, I had to go on air and I continued with my show. And he was impressed by that. Because, and then, he's like, no, I like the way you handled it. Because I was out of line, but I was angry. But you handled it well. I think we'll make you permanent. Wow. I was like, oh, okay. And in all honesty, 10 years later, I was still at Radio Energy. Gender-based violence. My life continued. And I think, like I said, I found myself in places and in spaces where I share my story and I talk to other young women. And because I know the journey is not easy and it's not something, because everybody asks me, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? But you're not leaving because you're hopeful. Because you're telling yourself this man will change. And sometimes what we also do, which is so wrong, we meet other people's kids where there are problems from their houses. And then we feel we are the solutions to the problems. In relationships, we tell ourselves, this man is so good when he's with me, and if I leave him, what will happen of him? You're gonna die. That's what will happen. And I want men to understand that women empowerment is not a hate movement for men. We don't want to fight for equality. We don't want to cement ourselves in spaces. We don't want to have a seat at the table because we hate men, or we don't think we are better than men. we just want to complement what men are doing. We want to be involved in the decision makings. We want to be given equal opportunities. And I think, and this is why I'm such an advocate for the boy child, is because I believe what we are doing can also damage, especially the generation that is to come. Let me tell you my last scenario. My son, he's now 14, love of my life. I love him very much. I know we're talking about dating. I was asking him, so like, what type of girl do you want to date? And something. Mommy, I don't want to date. I'm like, why are you saying you don't want to date? He's like, no, I don't want to have a girlfriend. Why? Ah, mommy, men are most trash. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? No, men must just beat girls and they want and they want and they want. So I don't want that. And in that moment, I realized that what we're doing is so dangerous, because the boy child is growing up to believe, our boy child don't have role models, because the only thing that the boy child is reading, the only thing that the boy child is hearing, the only men a boy child is hearing about is the toxic man. Yeah. And it's the man that is abusive, it's the man that is trash, it's the men that is well. So our boy children are not inspired.
It's very important that whatever conversation it is that we have, whatever time it is that we use to empower the girl child, that we please take along the boy child. So whoever you are, whatever your story is, wherever you are from, whatever it is that you went through, the life that you have is for you to live, and it's only you that can make that decision. And the best medicine that you can ever serve anywhere is success. Just strive and to be successful. Be hungry for success, and the opportunities don't come easy. Yeah, so just be inspired, and just have you, and just be the best version of yourself, and be the person, be the woman that you want other women to be, and be the perfect person. Especially, and I don't know, for me, I draw my biggest inspirations from my son, and especially if you have kids, be the role model that you want your child to be. When you walk out of the house, your child must be like, yo, I want to be like my mother.
It's all original. It's all what? It's all original. It's all what? It's all original. It's all what? It's all original. It's all original. It's all original. It's all original. You never seen it like this. I got something you don't wanna miss. The best part, I got you on the list. All access, pass on the wrist. So hands up, we gonna celebrate. First look, you do a double take. All day, every day, first place, trophy case. It's about to change the game. It's all original. It's all what? It's all original. It's all what? It's all original. It's all what? It's all original. Styling like a trend. On style, on style. It's original. On style. On style. Like a trend. Set up. There's good, then there's great. Then there's whoop, the bar, it just raised. Cloud 9 on a new plane. Got the star on the seat with your name. Take off, let me see you elevate. Time flies when you're swinging like a heavyweight. Meet me at the top, make them wanna talk. Started now, we never gonna stop. It's all original.